Namaste and welcome you all to this unique meeting of eternal values. In life, there is something which we can take when we go beyond the body also and when we leave the body. And there are some things which we just have to leave here and we cannot take them. So what are those eternal values which remain with us as we live as a soul? All that has to be seen. The time of introspection is here. When everywhere there is lockdown, when everywhere there is churning happening outside, from within also that Amrit Manthan has to happen. When that Amrit Manthan happens, what is real useful, what is real eternal will surface up. Whatever is mundane, whatever is not necessary will get dropped. And when that happens, the progress, spiritual progress will be very fast. So this meeting is to facilitate that churning from within, that Amrita Manthan. Only then Amrita Sinchan can happen. Connect to your breath. Observe the breath in your spine. As you inhale, remain aware as to how the breath moves in the spine. And as you exhale, remain aware and observe the breath in your spine. The moment you connect to the breath moving into the spine, you connect to the dimension of prana. And it is the Sthula prana, Sukshma prana and Mahaprana. That is the journey of the soul. To embark on that journey, first we have to catch the thread of prana. So with loving attention, observe the breath in the spine. Now, as you inhale, get into the heart and get rooted there. Hridaya Kamala, Hridaya Gufa. All these phrases have come because masters dwell there. The divinity dwells there within us. The godliness expresses from there. By connecting to that divine within us, let's connect to the masters. Moksha Guru, Pujya Shri Mahavatar Babaji, the great immortal yogi of Himalayas, and all the masters of Guru Mandal. We bow down to them and we seek their blessings through Guru Vandana. First, we will chant Om 3 times. By chanting Om, we purify the environment around us. We purify the environment within us. Take a deep breath. Let's pray to the masters that bless us so that we can see this divine in every speck of creation. Om Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Namaha. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We say Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha 3 times so that the light of awareness which the masters are embodiment of, let that light of awareness penetrate through 3 layers of our being, the physical, astral and causal. And when that light of awareness penetrates through all these 3 layers, the darkness of ignorance goes off. The light of awareness enlightens the being. So let us put this request at the feet of the masters and get into our session in this frame of mind so that the learning becomes very easy. All the wisdom that comes gets absorbed into every cell of our being. Now we'll get into the session. I will call upon Guruji. I will call upon Guruji to take over the session. Welcome, Guruji.
Namaste to all of you, and very hearty welcome to this very first meeting of Eternal Values. I was sharing few things in our small inner circle and the things leaked out. So lot more people wanted to join this interesting discussions. So I thought it will be better we open up the circle in a limited manner, and those who are sincere can join these satsangs. So eternal values is this group where very serious higher level intense satsang we will be doing. So naturally everybody has to behave in a certain manner, keep your microphone muted so that there are no disturbances for other people, and we can participate, all of us, we can participate in satsang in a right manner. So questioning has to happen in the chat box. If I'm telling something and yes, I'm a scientist, I will make a lot of controversial statements which will destroy your myths. So the questioning will be there. Okay. So all the questions you must punch into the chat box so that before we complete the meeting, I'll answer all the questions for sure. Because with the blessings of lots of great masters and my own scientific research, we are going to delve deeper together into the secrets of birth and death. Whatever little paragraph I wrote, it's just beginning, okay? But these sessions will go much more deeper. How the soul is born in the body. When does the soul enters the mother's womb? Is the life and the soul same or the different? How does the evolution of soul happens during the lifetime of a person? And what happens at the time of the death? What happens in the after death dimension? How does the soul gets the body again and comes back to the planet Earth? And for how long? For how many lifetimes this happens? At the end, what happens? And whatever happens after that, what happens to the soul? Is there any coherence between the different lifetimes? Do we have the same patterns or we change the patterns? How does the evolution happen? How does the soul walks the path of liberation? And how we can reduce the time taken for liberation. The whole purpose of creating this eternal value group was how much help we can do to each other to make our journey on the planet Earth as a soul more enjoyable, and remind each other of our divinity and walk the path of enlightenment, walk the path of liberation together and make it more joyful, more happy, more enjoyable, more helpful to each other, and we all grow into that divinity together. So all of you once again are welcome to join this satsang. We all are one in that divine spirit. Very, very qualified masters are here on the screen. So my salutations to divinity in all of you. We all are one in that spirit. So sometimes I will be talking, sometimes other masters will be sharing, and we have lots of people who can sing bhajan spontaneously. You know, sometimes when the satsang is going on, I love people singing bhajan because bhajan will take you into that bhakti mode, which is very much necessary. Otherwise, the ego of the knowledge, you know, what is said as the gyan ka ahankar takes over. So the Bhakti aspect is very much wanted along with the knowledge. The devotion goes well with the knowledge. So that keeps us humble and simple. So anybody who feels like singing extempore, okay, something that gels well with what we are talking, you can just raise your hand in the software. So it comes up. I can see in the chat box, above the chat box, in the participants list, I can see, and Guruma will organize for your bhajan. Okay. And let it be extempore. Okay. Let me tell you that I have not prepared any speech, nor do I have any plan to speak in a certain manner. If you ask me a question, I will deviate for sure. So let it be a two-way communication. I'm opening up the chat box. Guruma has already welcomed all of you. And if something comes up, you can write, you can share also. Okay, and if you remember any good bhajan, please do sing. I know there are many, many great singers here. Okay, I know many people. Yeah, so all are welcome. Let's enjoy together. This is you can say this is an international satsang class. People from so many countries are here. And so I will keep the language predominantly as English, but some people have requested me that key points please repeat in Hindi, which I will do so because there are some people who do not understand English fully well. So जो लोगों को इंग्लिश पूरा नहीं समझता है उनके लिए मैं कुछ खास खास बातें की पॉइंट्स जो है वो मैं हिंदी में रिपीट करूंगा. All right, so we are ready for the satsang now. This was a preamble just to settle you. Okay, and so as the paragraph was posted on the group, what is it that death cannot take away from you? Okay. So let us start with that, and then we'll come to secrets of death and secrets of birth, secrets of life, secrets of soul, how it is different from the spirit, because there are so many confusing things. Lots of people get confused in spirituality. One of the major thing with the blessings of the master that we are doing is scientific spirituality, creating the vocabulary for spirituality, having some common points based on the noetic sciences, and removing the confusion because of the different connotations of the words used in spirituality. Like many people interchange the word soul and spirit, but noetic science defines it very clearly. So if more and more spiritual masters, they follow the noetic science, we will have a common dictionary by all the spiritual people. So we will not be confusing the audience. So for many evolved masters, you can learn the scientific language and bring in that temperament of science into spirituality, which will make it more acceptable to the people world over. And that's the right trend also, because many of my friends are purely philosophers. But if you can bring in the science, the noetic science into it, it makes it more meaningful. And I'm going to give you lots of data, okay, that proves the science, undeniable facts. That's very important to remove the myths, because culturally we all carry lots of myths about this dimension, and especially the after death dimension. And people have the ideas of heaven and hell, and lots of cultural conditioning is there. So what is genuine, what is scientific, what is true? All those discussions we will be doing. Okay, so common man's understanding about the death is whatever we have accumulated. And let's see how much time we spend. On an average, right now, almost all over the world, a child goes to the school around 6th year. Earlier days in the Gurukul, it used to be 7th or 8th year. But nowadays, after 6 years, the child enters the first grade in the school. Right now in India, we have the system of 10+2 schooling, and then graduation, maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 5.5 years, depending on the branch you choose, and the post-graduation of 2 years. So on an average, you can say 10+2 plus 4+2, starting with 6 years. So 6 plus 10 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. Those many years it takes for a person to be educated in our system and come out as a educated person. So you can say almost 24 to 25 years is what we spend for education. If you see the data, average lifespan of Indian right now is about 68 years. Okay, it keeps changing. It was below 60, then it came to 60, 62, 66. Now, because of the better medical facilities, things are improving. It is 68. What does it mean? On an average, at the age of 68, majority of the people in India are leaving their body. America, little better, it's 78. America, average longevity. And Japan is much higher. It's better than 80. Now, according to our astrology, if you see any horoscope, if you chart Vinsotari Dasa, Astotari Dasa, you will see the tables are charted for 120 years, because according to astrologers, according to Ayurveda, the human body designed by nature is supposed to last for 120 years. If you really take good care of your body and don't abuse it, then person is supposed to live for 120 years. Okay. But average lifespan all over the world, if you take, it may be about 70 years all over the world average. Okay. Which means what? That very few people actually are able to go up to 120 years average. 70 years is normal average. So my dear friends, almost 20 to 25 years for education, settling in the job, earning money, getting married, having one's own house and car, making life comfortable, and enjoying with the family, few kids, and kids' educations, and then kids' marriages. And this is how an average person's life moves. By the time you start thinking deeper about the life, and you think what the life is all about, how to enjoy, death is already knocking on the door, and hardly any time left for enjoying life or doing sadhana and growing as a soul. And if the death comes, everything that you have worked for so far, in the split second, everything is taken away from you. Your property, your bank balance, okay. Lot of jewelry people have. Some people are crazy about collecting jewelry. Even jewelry is taken away. Okay. Some people love the plants so much. Even plants lovers, they can't carry the plants. You can't carry your pets along with you. So the plants and pets, some Male members are crazy about their cars. And car will remain here only. You can't take your Mercedes with you. So you see, most of the things that we know, what we spend so much of our time and talent and energy all along, all that is just snatched away by the death. And you wonder, my God, what did I do on the planet Earth? Okay. You see, let me tell you one of the secret aspect of my life. I'll be sharing my life very openly with you. I'm a professional counselor. Okay? I studied lots of subjects. I'm a qualified engineer. Me and Guruma, we both are electronic engineers. And we had been running electronic company of our own, manufacturing, exporting, supplying to defense. That was one aspect. But I continued learning. I was interested in psychology. I got interested in counseling. So I became a professional counselor and I have counseled hundreds and thousands of people all over the world. I continue still doing so online every day. Few people I do counsel. And once I got a chance to, I got a very special invitation to meet a father of my very dear friend who was on the deathbed. And that's something called death counseling. So I interviewed the gentleman, what are the regrets of life? And if you get the chance to live again, what will you do? Because there's a fantastic amount of learning from the dying person. A person becomes very honest. Death is knocking and person shares, Similar incident you can see from Mahabharata when Bhisma Pitama was about to leave the body. He shared best of the best knowledge with Pandavas. It's amazing. Okay, all the senior people would love to do, but not everybody is able to do. Okay, so we need not wait for the death moment. We can start doing anyway, as and when whoso is available, we can share our knowledge. There's nothing wrong in that. But there is greater amount of learning from the dying person through the death counseling process, and a counselor helps the person to die peacefully with awareness and very nicely get into the other dimension without much of the trouble. So that is called death counseling. People have lots of regrets on the deathbed. And we need not wait for that moment. Right now, we can introspect our life because death can come any moment. There is no surety. Okay. So, we can together explore the life that we are living. Are we living moment to moment joyfully, completing the mission for which we are here in this human body, learning few things from the relationships which we are supposed to learn, and walking the pathless path of liberation, evolution of the soul is the purpose of being in the body. So we need to introspect, my dear friends, how much evolution of the soul has happened in this lifetime. Are we growing in better understanding? Are we growing in higher awareness? Are we walking on the spiritual path? And the real biomarker above all is, are we really growing in the dimension of love and compassion? Do we consider everybody as our own, or do we still differentiate? This is mine, this is yours. Okay. These are the biomarkers of our spiritual growth. Anybody who is grown, everybody is me only. If I see the divinity in you, the same divinity that is sticking in me, in that divinity, we are one. There is no difference between you and me. So there is no differentiating mind at all. That is the real, genuine growth and sharing from the dimension of love and compassion and helping every soul to grow. That is the genuine spiritual mission of all the masters and the evolved souls. So, my dear friends, when person is on the deathbed and has lots of regrets, it feels so bad to listen to that the person has feels that he has wasted the life. You know, when the health was good, when the money was good, he was onto the different trips, enjoying petty little things of life. But he came back to senses and he wanted to grow spiritually. But then the death started knocking on the door, and at the end, at the death moment, person feels that the whole life is vested onto the mundane, and nothing of that which is accumulated, for which he spent his entire lifetime, talent, energy, everything was spent in accumulating those few things, and person suddenly realized that death snatches away everything from you. Nothing of that what you have accumulated you can take with you, and you feel so hollow, you feel so empty at the last moment, and you wonder why did you waste the lifetime. So much of life energy was there. You feel the whole thing is wasted. The whole tour to planet Earth is wasted. Again, you feel you'll have to come again and learn the lessons of life and complete the journey. That is the reason, my dear friends, we must learn from the satsang. We must remind each other with love and gratitude that we all are here to evolve. Sometimes we get tempted by the temptations of life, and we put up a lot of our time and talent and energy into petty little things for the creature comforts, which is okay. There is no criticism of anything. But we must also put our time and talent and energy into something higher up. And we must ponder today together to find what is it that death cannot take away from us. My dear friend, many of you do a lot of tax planning. You know, some of you are experts in tax planning, how to save taxes officially. And what are the best of the best investments? So when you do the investment of your money, you think of return on investment, ROI. It's a very popular concept. We all think of return on investment. Okay. A very dear friend of mine has written a book and promoted this concept called ROTI, ROTI. That is called return on time invested. So there is one thing is called return on investment, that is about money. Second is where are you putting your time? That is called return on time invested, ROTI, ROTI. That's a concept. So how much time we are spending and what is the return that you get on the time that you invest, or the talent that you are investing, or the life energy that you are investing. So what is the return on your investment? Most of you here I see are quite senior people. All of you understand about the return on investment concept. So in life, my dear friends, not about money, but in life, where we must be putting our life energy, where we must be putting our time, where we must be putting our talent, so that the return on investment is highest, and we can carry that even after we leave our body. That will be the best investment. All of us, we must learn to invest our time and talent and life force into those things which will come with us after the death also, so that even death cannot touch. You see, I see lots of people on the screen today from income tax department. Okay. I'm sure everywhere in the world, income tax department is there. So those who do not pay taxes, okay, the income tax people come, they take away all the red is there. They take away your jewelry and they take away your extra money and the cash that you hide in your under the bed. That's how people do that, and that's taken away. So a lot of people have fear of this, especially those who do not pay taxes. They have the fear of income tax department rates. Now I'm pointing at something else. Okay, I just gave this example because I see people from department. But do you know this Yama? Yama is the Lord of Death. Okay, and he is even more stricter than the income tax department fellows. He doesn't leave anything. You see, even the legally purchased property, legally purchased car, even if your EMI are going on, your legally purchased jewelry, even that is taken away. So this fellow called EMI is even worse than the income tax department fellows. And it is said that that department of Yama is absolutely pure. Okay, there is no corruption, zero corruption in that department. So it is all the more difficult to tackle the officers who come from Yama's department. Okay, and there is no partiality. Okay, even if you take the name of big people that I know them, he said it's okay, even if you know, doesn't matter, you'll have to still come with me. And that fellow doesn't listen to anything that you say. Okay, so no matter what, everything is taken away from you in the split second. And my dear friends, I'm not talking about some fictitious stories. Look around. People are dying every day. Just look at them. What did they take away? How did they live their life? What happened to their life at the end? We need not make the mistakes and learn. Sometimes it's good to learn from another person's life. Person who died in your near and dear one circles, your friend circle, your acquaintance. Look at the last person whose death you saw recently and learn from the life and the death of that person. How are we living life? Most of us, because of the effect of Maya, the illusion, we behave as if we will not die. We behave as if we are immortals. When we see somebody else dying, we consider, oh, that person died. But I have not died, I will live. So there is something called smasan vairagya. You become tyagi, means you become a renunciate for a while when you attend the prayer meetings or you go to crematorium for a while, and after some time you are back to the normal person, start accumulating again, and all that we accumulate will be taken away by this officers of the Yama's department who come to take you. Okay. So my dear friends, We are not talking about philosophy. We are talking about real life. And if you are born from the mother's womb, let me tell you some super truth. If you are born from the mother's womb, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whenever the time comes, the death is for sure. None of us is immortal. But wait, don't judge. I do know right now I'm in touch with people who are immortal. But let me tell you, for an average person, okay, we are going to discuss about immortality also. How is it possible to become immortal? All the secrets I'll be sharing. Okay. We will explore Nachiketa consciousness. How Nachiketa went to Yama and learned the secrets of immortality, I'll be sharing with you. I had been the Nachiketa twice. I left this body, met Yama, learned the secrets, came back 2 times. Nachiketa did once, I did twice. So I'm going to share all the great secrets with you. Don't worry. Secrets of immortality. Right now, in this very lifetime, how to become immortal. So the fear of death goes away. But I'm telling you right now, today is the first meeting. For a common man, suppose if you are traveling in the Delhi metro or in Mumbai local train and the pickpocketer takes away your purse. Suppose you had 2000 rupees in your purse. How bad you feel when you realize that your purse has been taken away in that crowded train. You feel so bad, 2000 rupees and your credit card and whatever few things that you keep in your purse is lost and you feel so bad about it. So you curse also the pickpocketers. Why do they do that? They build very bad karma. Now, let me tell you this Yama, the Lord of Death is the biggest pickpocketer. When he comes away, he takes away everything, legal, illegal, okay, tax paid, unpaid, everything he takes away. This fellow is absolutely deadly, So people are really afraid of him. Okay. I'm sure income tax people can realize this methodology of the Department of Yama is absolutely horrifying. Okay, and he doesn't leave anybody. Okay, all the human beings are equal in front of him, and he does not take bribe also. The biggest thing about Yama is he doesn't take bribe. Okay, so you can't do anything. You can't say okay 50-50. You take away 50%, 50% I take. No, he doesn't look into all that. Okay, he takes away 100%. And so that's why the reason why we need to discuss what we are discussing today. Okay, so let's make it two-way communication. We open the chat box. I want you to share in the chat box. What, according to you, you have right now that death will not be able to take away? Okay. What, according to you, you have right now that death will not be able to take away? Let us discuss. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box. Let's make it participative. Let's communicate two ways. It's a good group. 65 people are there right now and very, very learned people. So karmas, awareness, understanding, non-doership, love, knowledge, virtues like love, awareness, good deeds. What we are learning right now, spiritual progress, good deeds, higher understanding, kindness to everyone, what I've learned in spirituality. Very good. consciousness, self, knowledge. Death cannot take away our awareness. Sandeep Sundaran. Very good. Rajiv Mehra says consciousness. Nalini Dave says wisdom. Mr. Brahmprakash Gaur says the teachings which we have shared with others that will help raise their awareness. All right. Karma and Sanskara. Anuradha Bhatia says karma and Sanskara. Saraswati says awareness, skills, talents, learning. Very good. Purvi Dalal says goodwill. Priya Sundar, consciousness, understanding. Lalita Ramdas says consciousness. Very nice. That's fantastic discussion. Very good. I'm so happy, okay, that all of you have already fairly good idea about what is it, where we should be investing so that those things which are not touched by the god of death, Yama, and that has eternal value. So now we understand the title of this group, why we talked about the eternal value, because there's something which goes with the soul and is not taken away by death. So all these answers are right. And if we all understand that, then we must become super clear right now where we must be investing our time, talent, and life energy. My dear friend, the life is ticking away every moment. And we are all heading toward that moment called death, where the soul will separate from the body. The body is made up of Pancha Mahabhuta, the five great elements, and dust unto dust. The elements will disintegrate and go back to the elements, and the soul will go to the after death dimension. So, my dear friends, we must be putting more time, more talent, more energy, more of our life force into those things which death cannot take away. That is the most intelligent decision that we can take today, because that is the best investment strategy. Even death cannot touch those earnings of you. That will be the amazing investment that we can do right now. And that investment will give you very good dividends, eternal dividends, life after life. And that will help you to complete your journey. That is the best investment that we can think of. Now, let's understand what are the hindrances to this such a simple understanding. This group is a very evolved group. All the people who participated, all the answers are absolutely right. All of us, we have got fairly good understanding through satsang, through the blessings of the masters, through good books that we read, and the good understanding that we have. But are we really living our life with this right understanding all the time? Or are we also running after the mundane, temporary values? Or are we really living life with the understanding of the eternal values? Can we harmonize the temporary, the mundane, and the eternal? That will be another very intelligent question, because we can't avoid the creature comforts, you see. I'm not telling you to criticize anything. We are here to enjoy life. We are here to do what is necessary. That is also part of the God's game plan. So I'm not telling you that doing your job or business is bad. On the contrary, I'm a business consultant. I help people to do business better expand the business. Okay. So there's no criticism of life. Life is to be accepted in its entirety. But how do we harmonize, say, a young couple wanting to establish themselves? We are all seniors, maybe our children are of that age now. How do we give the right understanding of life to our children, to our grandchildren? How we should guide them to enjoy the life? How do we improve the quality of life and understanding for our next generation, for our grandchildren? It will be interesting because young people are bound to run after the joys of life, and I say there is nothing wrong. Life is to enjoy. But can we harmonize the mundane and the eternal in the same package? That will be the super intelligent lifestyle. When the blessings of the master happened and the real insights started coming to me, my own philosophy, my own ways of looking at life emerged, and the first concept that came out was titled as Aishwaryavan Muktatma. You know, I had written a small essay in Hindi because it came out in Hindi. That was natural to me. So that first essay was titled as Aishwaryavan Muktatma, which I translated into English as Enlightened Billionaire. Because of my own limitations of vocabulary, I didn't have better translation. So even today, it remains as Enlightened Billionaire concept. Let's understand what it is. It's called, you see, when I was young and I was watching the TV, there was an advertisement, you know, and you know, all the children, they love to see the ads on the TV. So those days, you know, when I was in SSC, then the TV came around mid 1970 or so. That is the time TV came to Bombay. But earlier days, more advertisement used to happen through the hoardings. So there was this cigarette which was quite popular in those days, and the tagline was "Live life king size, smoke Charminar cigarette." You know, so "Live life king size" was something which was very attracting to me. Of course, it has nothing to do with the cigarette smoking, but I understood what can be better than that. So for my Enlightened Billionaire program, I said live life material 100%, live life spiritual 100%, live 200% life God size, not king size. That's something higher than the king size. That's called God size. Live life God size, 200%, okay? 100% material, 100% spiritual, live life 200%. Okay, that was my program. So then I started talking on this concept of Enlightened Billionaire, and then I gave lots of talks, programs, workshops, retreats. Everything was titled as Enlightened Billionaire, and people really liked that concept because that's what is very healthy lifestyle. We don't criticize the creature comforts, the good things of life. We accept life in its totality. We harmonize the mundane with the eternal. We enjoy the life every moment, and we grow and we walk the path of liberation in a very healthy manner, proper manner, scientific manner. So, how do we do that? And what are the hindrances to that? Let's understand. My master Sri Dada Gavan, you see the statue behind, he gave a very simple philosophy formula for fantastic breakthrough that is possible right now. Okay, so he used to say that simplicity and humility are two things that will really help you to go a long way on this journey. So he told me, you are a very complex fellow, you know. So it becomes simple. And he said, the more simple and humble you become, easier for you to understand the higher aspect of spirituality. And I understood that human mind is very complex. Okay? And the journey is from head to heart. People who operate from heart are very simple and humble, but people who operate from the head are very arrogant. In our arrogance, we build bad karma, and because of that, we need to suffer. I have seen high-headed people everywhere in industry, in government departments, and the arrogance, the ego of the post, position, money, name, fame. Somewhere people get carried away by all that, and that simplicity and humility is just not there. In fact, it's taken over by the ego and the arrogance, and in that mode, whatever they do, they build very bad karma and they have to repay for all that. So, my dear friend, the first insight of the day is we must let go that arrogance, we must let go that ego, we must become simple and humble and be ready to walk the path of higher understanding and awareness. So we pray to the Lord, please take away my ego, my arrogance, so that I become simple and humble. Ye garva bara mastak mera. Wow, wow, what a wonderful bhajan, okay, by Jayama. So Jayama is ready and she's going to sing this bhajan. Ye garva bhara mastak mera. Listen to it. It's a wonderful thing. I cannot talk about it. Whatever I have to talk, this bhajan tells you everything. It's a very beautiful way of understanding the deeper philosophy through bhajan. Are you ready, Jayama?
Subscribe to this channel for more learnings from Guruji Prem Nirmal. Press the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends on social media. Post your queries below and we will respond. Thank you.